Barcelona, auf Angst, auf Bayreuth, Schaltung bleiben Säbel und fürchterlich und frei. Stahl ist erschienen, auf Kriegsherzen sich das preußische Heer mal an zu sich. Und Kinder seid lustig und allesamt bereit, auf Angst, Dragoner, auf Angst, und Kinder seid lustig und allesamt bereit, auf Angst, Dragoner, auf Angst, und Kinder seid lustig und allesamt bereit, auf Angst, Dragoner, auf Angst, und Kinder seid lustig und allesamt bereit, auf Angst, Dragoner, auf Angst.
Welcome back. For some reason, my US playthrough got corrupted. I can't continue it. So I'm starting a new one. I'm going to play as Prussia, and I'm going to see if I can... Well, I'll put them on the screen. I have actually wrote down my goals for this playthrough. I'm playing for a prestige victory this time around, and I have some of my own goals set. So other than trying to get the prestige up, I'm not worrying about the other in-game assigned goals. But as you see, as I mentioned, the other one you start much earlier. We're starting in 1700. I'm going to take this playthrough 10 years or about an hour, whichever comes first. Apologies if there's background noise. It's a little warm here today, and I'm sitting here with a cigar going, the fan going in the window, and as the song says, it's another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody, so I'm just sitting here drinking some rum and coke, and let's try to conquer Europe while we're at it. Not all of it, but just the important parts for Prussia as far as that goes, which I'll talk a little bit more about what I plan to do there as we go. So one of the goals is, first off, I have to get my economy built up. So to do that, I'm getting rid of dead weight from the military and hoping to hell that doesn't come back to bite me numbers-wise, and starting to work on my infrastructure and technology and things like that. And I goofed up there. I didn't mean to hit the other theater. But I'm worrying more about stuff that helps with my growth and my economy right now as far as constructions go. I believe, yeah, that'll help with my happiness and wealth, so we'll do that. And just for the heck of it, let's move him over here.
Mit eurer Erlaubnis.
And that. And as you see, you only start out with 2 territories playing as Prussia, so these turns, first 10 years might go pretty fast because I don't have a lot to manage, but we'll see what happens. Trade agreement, I'll take that. It's actually going to be something I'm doing on the next turn, is seeing if I can establish some more trade agreements and have some more money come in. Because with such a small state, it's not, you don't generate a lot of wealth of your own, so you kind of need to have some trade with others. Okay, we got one with Britain. Saxony's right on our border, so we'll try with them. Yeah, I can pay a little bit for the long run. And that's it for the little local states. Just for the hell of it, let's try with Austria. they really don't like us, and I don't think it does anything to avert war. We'll just hope it holds off until I'm actually ready for it. And they're fighting Poland, so hopefully they won't be too busy. Which means they're also fighting Saxony. Yeah, we'll do that. So we're starting out here. We're going to start, as far as research goes, I'm going to try and improve my military, because, again, being such a small state, historically, Prussia, as the joke went, was an army that possessed a state, not a state that possessed an army. Because they were surrounded by enemies and really, really needed to win on the battlefield in order to survive, which this game can replicate pretty well. So I'm going to try and get to my technology up to where it can make up for my relative lack of numbers, at least starting out early on here. At the same time, I'm going to try to do that without also tanking my economy and destroying my chances in the long run, because I've sunk so much money into my military that I can't do anything else. So, with a little state like this, that is a real balancing act you need to work on in the early game. Your two main threats starting out are Poland, Lithuania, and Austria in this. You're pretty much guaranteed here in the early stages of this game. You will end up at war with one of them. It is much more likely with Austria, but it does occasionally happen with Poland. I believe you start out with an alliance with them. Let me double check. Nope, just trade agreement. But they can turn on you if they decide it's in their best interest. I'm more worried about my infantry than my cavalry, so we'll work on that. Smallpox inoculation. Okay, my roads are done, which is going to help my economy. So we're getting there, at least as far as what we can do in the early game here with the technology we have available. And once I can upgrade my training for my military units, we'll start getting some better units here. Because you can end up very suddenly at war in the early phases of this game. I'm going to try to avoid starting one unless it becomes absolutely necessary for growth, but that doesn't mean I won't get drawn into one, because there are some random things that can happen to you in this game that'll make things difficult for you. Like, you can have a monarch die and have somebody decide that they want to go after you in a war of succession and everything else. So things can happen. Got a Royal Observatory to a Grand Opera House here. We'll upgrade that. And I just want to see one more turn there. What I'm going for is fire by rank. It's going to take me a while to get there, though. Because once you can volley fire in this when the others can't, that gives you a massive tactical advantage. That's one of the things I mentioned in the American playthrough is, oh, look at that, we're at war with Austria. One of the things I mentioned in the American playthrough is that you can, in that game, that late start of the playthrough, you're behind technologically, and you miss a lot of this stuff that can give you advantages if you get it before everybody else does, so... Didn't think that would last very long, but I'm kind of disappointed it was that quick. I'll actually do my artillery first, and I can do these, and when those are done constructing in a few turns, I can get some better troops. But in the meantime, what do I have for an army here? Let's up my infantry numbers, just in case they decide to throw down right off the bat here. I don't think they will, but they might, because I believe they're already at war with them. They might try to move up through and hit us. Is that Prince? Yep, Prince Eugen. I doubt this will work, but what the hell? Yeah, didn't work. Didn't think it would. Tempted to. If I had military access through Saxony, I'd go down and hit them while they had low numbers and take Prince Eugen out, but oh well. I also don't have cavalry right now to make a fast strike. As you notice at the start of it with the units that I was deleting, you start out with good numbers as the Prussian army, but half of your military is outmoded and obsolete. And there's, at least the way I play, the way I like to do it, there's really no point in even keeping them because they're useless. So why waste the upkeep money on them? Alright, I'm going to try something here. Oh, look at that. Bye-bye. Take out their top general right now while I have the chance. So it's him and one provincial cavalry unit in support. Yeah, with numbers like that, I'll just auto-resolve. That should be destroyed too. Yep. So there we go. We took out their top general. Reinforcing. Okay, that makes things easier in the long run. Thank you, Saxony, for letting me send a hit squad through your country. Keep going on improved grenades, because grenadiers are pretty useful. Artillery upgrading, that will come in quite handy. Historically, infantry and later cavalry was Prussia's big advantage. Artillery was where Austria tended to have the advantage, so I'm going to try and negate that. Or at least stay caught up to them if I don't necessarily negate it. Doing in my country at war. Get the hell out of here. Go ahead and recruit more units now. Oh, it worked. Excellent. Move the agent in here to help with research. Okay, once the grenades are done, I can do fire by rank. Excellent. Let's see what we can do for recruiting. I can recruit some grenadiers, and they'll do 2 units of hussars. And the same up here. take us, I believe, to 1705, unless it's the second half of 1704. I have trouble keeping track. Trying to keep my expenditures to a minimum right now until my economy gets built up, or at least my war chest, I should say, gets built up. Because if all of a sudden something happens and I have to recruit a whole army, I want to make sure I have the money to support it.
Ja. Ah, ein Ort des Lernens und der Kultur.
Actually, here's something. I'm going to check my ministers. Because this is a totalitarian regime, I can replace them at will. Plain as the U.S., I forgot to check that. Because you can't change them in the United States. I'll give it a little bit longer before I make a move on Silesia. Unless they come after me first. In which case, game on. They don't seem to be doing much. Start getting artillery built up and get myself ready to go to war proper. Unless I get attacked, actually attacked, not just declared war on, I'm going to wait until I have fire by rank research before I go on the offensive. If they make a move on me and I have to go on a counteroffensive, well, then you fight the war with the army you have, not the army you want. But will try to get us the advantage here, technologically speaking. So artillery's ready. Austria and France are at war. Hopefully that will keep Austria busy enough that I can wait until I have the advantage and then move in. Or 4 more turns? 4 more turns. So I'm going to take this past 1710 because this is going pretty quick. About 1710 should be when I have the fire by rank enabled, so that will be a good time to go on the offensive. There are forces there. That's why I wanted to move in there, was to keep an eye on that. Alright. Silesia will be mine. Where we go beyond that or not is up to the enemy. disposition of forces remains like that, I have a plan. A cunning plan. But we will have to wait and see what happens. Almost there. Okay, we have a new town in Brandenburg, so I can do this. It's not necessarily good for my order, but I want to have one that can focus on military while I have another that's focusing on industry and agriculture. Have fire by rank. Yeah, so we'll get carbines, let the cavalry catch up a bit, which will let me get dragoons. So now that we have fire by rank, here's what we're going to try. I'm going to hope those two will come up in support of that, and I can destroy all three of these formations without having to lay siege to them in Breslau. But we will see what happens. Nope, just them. So in that case, I will just auto-resolve that, because I don't need to fight a whole army against one squadron of cavalry. And set them to reinforce. And if they want to come to me, they can come to me. Otherwise, we will wait. Let them wonder whether I'm going for Breslau or Prague. Okay, that supporting army moved in. Start recruiting a backup army in Berlin, just to be safe. And let's hide him over here to keep an eye on Prague.
Ich erwarte euren Befehl.
Oh, they abandoned Breslau. Nice. I can now recruit dragoons. I prefer light dragoons, but I gotta have something. So let's move on Breslau.
Linie bilden! Sie sind in der Falle!
Good, we took Breslau, so we are now fortified. There's that. We do not have to reinforce our army, and
Oh, hallo.
let's see what happens with this.
Ihr Tod wird ein Mysterium bleiben.
Nope, we lost our agent. Okay. You guys do it.
Vorwärts! Marsch!
Oh, they got. Oh, this is gonna be ugly.
Der
Oh, I
Sieg
meant
ist
to
unser!
not auto resolve that. Damn it. Ah.
Ihr ergebenster Diener.
Oh well. Drove him out. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to fight
Bereit
that
machen! Marsch!
one. My bad. So there's that. And Yeah, I can do that. There. You've been mauled and lost a territory, and I believe you're still at war with France, so there you go. And they're still at war with Poland and not doing very well. And this one I can now start, hopefully this far, on agriculture. I will move one of my... Oh, there's only two of them. I thought I had a third one here. Let's move the smaller, or lesser one. Oh, he just died, I bet. Yep, I did have three till this turn.
Aha, ein Ort des Lernens und der Kultur.
We're already at 1710. We punish them for declaring war on us by taking away one of their provinces. Things are looking okay. Socket bayonet. Oh good, the infantry recruitment cost went down.
Ja, Euer Majestät.
There's so little actually happening in these turns, I'm just going to keep right on going and I'll make this a full hour. We're about halfway there, so we'll see how far we get in an hour, rather than go into a specific year. This is what happens when you're a small state and mostly peaceful. It takes a while to advance your technology, and you don't have battles to fight, so things tend to progress kind of quick. You just got to be careful you don't go too fast that all of a sudden you don't have time to accomplish the goals you've set for yourself. I can start upgrading my farms, which will help with my population growth and my finances. Huzzah. So there's that. That's all I can do. What do I got here? I need upgrading my artillery. I try to, at least in the early game, keep all of my armies relatively the same in terms of numbers and composition, so if I suddenly go to war with somebody, I don't have to remember what I have where and what needs to be moved somewhere. Plus, you know, Teutonic efficiency. Okay, so there's that. Governor's Palace there is done. My artillery is done. 2 more turns to the next farm upgrade. I'm really disappointed that I did not get a chance to fight that battle here. Oh well. Annihilating an Austrian army would have been much more helpful than just driving one from the field, but we got a piece out of it either way. Okay, the farms are also upgraded. Is there anybody that still has a notch to go? Nope. They're all upgraded. Okay, there's the crop rotation. Surprisingly doesn't let me upgrade anything, but whatever. No, sorry, that was animal husbandry. Now it's crop rotation. Let's do measuring tools so I can upgrade my roads. No. You there. You work on. Yeah, same amount of turns. So we'll do that. Then after I upgrade my roads, we'll continue with upgrading our farms. So what annoys me is I want this, but I'm not ready to go to war with Poland yet. I want this, but they're allied with Poland, who I just said I'm not willing to go to war with yet. And I want this, and they're aligned with England. So, try to expand into any of these ones, will be going into a war with a major power, which I don't really want to do at this point in time, unfortunately. He's got his fingers in the privy purse as my head minister, thank you. Our economy's bad enough, we don't need our ministers siphoning it off into their own private coffers. Now Denmark's been knocked out by the looks of it. Didn't even notice that. I think all they have left is Iceland, which means they're screwed. Hanover at war with Saxony? Let me look. Yes, they're at war with Saxony and Poland. Oh, they are not allied with England right now. Might be time to do something about Hanover. Before they take Saxony. Do I want to be evil? I think I want to be evil. Yeah, I'm Prussian. I'm going to be evil. Time for some real points. If we end up at war with Austria again, so be it. Nope, United Provinces and Westphalia. Maybe we can claim the Rhineland too. If the odds are good, I'm going to auto-resolve this just to get it over with. Yep. So there we go. Hanover's taken out. Can I upgrade that? Not yet. And let me promote him to General. Rolf Kruger. Never heard of him. Just a random name. So there. I don't have to worry about them taking Saxony, and once the army is recovered, I can move into the Rhineland. Just gotta be careful I don't overdo it on the expenditure right now. after the next turn here, I will try to make peace with the Netherlands and keep them out of it. No, I want your territory. Next army, provinces. No, you think you will rule this day, but we will see. Now, commence ruling. Gentleman in Brandenburg. I'm not worried about lightning technologies right now.
Unverzüglich. Ah, ein Ort des Lernens und der Kultur.
How am I looking at technology? 3 turns left for the roads, 2 turns left for triangular formations. You know, why am I doing that? I don't want to do that. Yeah. Might as well. I don't use it, but might as well get through it. It's good for my prestige. My artillery is ready. Oh, good. That helps. And go get my army for the Rhineland.
Truppen, vorwärts! Weitere Befehle? Weitere Befehle?
What does he have
Erwarten
for
Befehle.
soldier from birth? +1 command, +1 command for infantry, and +1 morale. Good. Eventually, we will have to go to war with Poland, Lithuania, and Saxony, but I want to get my economy and my army built up better before I get to that point. We'll take this about another 20 minutes, and then we'll end this session. That's what I wanted to research, was cadence marching. There we go.
Machen für die Schlacht!
Excuse me. That's a little close. Let's lay siege.
Belagerung wird fortgesetzt!
So, I'll show you at some point here. I don't really want the Netherlands, but if that's the only way to get them off my back in a war that they have no business being in, then so be it. Okay, so I'm going to clean my roads. We're just gonna keep laying siege to them and see what happens. If they come out to fight, we'll play it out. If they stay in there, we'll let them starve to death. About global income. Okay, my army's gotten big enough that I'm losing money every turn now, but hopefully the roads, when they're upgraded, will remedy that situation. Go. We will fight this. There we go. All right. Where they can hopefully hit the walls if I need to go in there. We'll put all my infantry in another army. Well, you know what? No. Again, no. It's not worth it. Just too narrow a front. Let's put my SARS over here, because quite often the AI likes to come out and congregate over here. So watch them to prove me totally wrong this time, but we'll see what happens. And yep. I forgot to put my artillery. Problem with that is artillery on the flank. Jeez. Sorry. Flank. Done all their moves. Go, 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 go. This is starting out a bit messier than I would like, but it just gets disaster. Thank you. Just let the infantry do their thing. Oh. Yeah. Some losses in Linelanders. some reason, Hussars do not have that capability in the game, even though it started with this shit. Alright, they're taking 2 losses and falling back. It's gonna be destroyed. Oh, they're coming back for more. Brave bastards. Stars have done enough work for me. Let's put it back behind. Line of guns to rest. Mine lighters got walls, I'll give them that. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Muskets, and they're going to march into the line of musketeers. The fools! Why I do not use light. Don't bring a pipe to a gunfight. Alright, so we lost 105 men. We killed 1,537. Good Lord. The siege continues. Dispatches. I would hope so. That's pretty good. Next.
Feindliche Flotte voraus!
Hell with it. Let's go. Alright. Repeat the strategy of last time with a few differences. Same strategy, however, I'm going to do a little bit different this time in terms of deployment. I'm going to save my Hussars in case they needed. They did enough work last time. They took more than enough losses. Let's let the infantry and artillery do the work this time. Assuming they attack, if they retreat within the walls, we'll go in after them. Oh, they are right in the junction of the two batteries. Let's just let this unfold. Looks like they're retreating into the fort. We will see if they're just trying to fall back up. Could be working real well for them. If they retreat inside, we'll go in after them. I'm not going to move up unless I have to. Rolling around in artillery range will work out well for you. Yeah, they're going inside. All right. At least some of them are. You two. Come on. You guys fire at that. You two fire at that. Let's batter down the walls and get in there. Didn't want to have to do that because that's going to mean I have to spend money to repair it. But whatever. Okay, that's knocked out. That's knocked out. Alright, and when this is finished, come on. Shoot at it. Let's go. Well, they're coming back out now. Good. Forced him to fight. Good, didn't have to go in after him. There we go. We took the Rhineland.
Truppen auf die Schlacht vorbereiten!
So we'll do our repairs, and then I say that's enough for this particular installment. We'll finish up what we got to do here, and we will call it a day. So have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. And have a good one. Later.